Hey everyone, welcome back to this next episode of Meals with Marlene. Today we're showcasing this kitchen at 11 Greenaway Cir in Port Hope. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we are going to make a recipe today that was a favorite of my grandma's. Yes, another one of my Nana's recipes, but she was an incredible cook. So I'm very happy to showcase this today. We're gonna be making crepes. If you don't like crepes and you're looking for other recipes, feel free to follow my YouTube channel. I have other recipes there, Meals with Marlene. Follow us and lean on local. For this recipe, it's very simple. We are going to use 3 eggs. We're gonna use flour, and the flour that we're gonna use is cake and pastry. It gives it a lot better texture, and it makes the crepes perfect. You can use all-purpose flour if you like. However, the cake and pastry is a lot better. I like this specific jam for our crepes. At the end, I'll show you how we do them, but you can use whatever jam you like, of course. And homemade jam obviously is amazing, but this particular one, the way the texture and everything works good. We have, of course, olive oil is gonna go in, salt and milk. So for crepes, you can use, our family has them for breakfast. That is our traditional Christmas morning breakfast. And everybody looks forward to it. Usually we get up, we open our presents, and then we have crepes. And they're very filling, so you don't really need anything. They'll hold you over until your supper time. But you can also have crepes as dessert. So I've done that before as well. You would just put a different type of filling in it. So let's get started. So we're gonna crack 3 eggs into this blender. And this is now, I will tell you, this is the base recipe. When you are making crepes for more than 2 people, you need to at least double the recipe. So we have our eggs, and then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add, it's 2/3 cup of flour and 2/3 cup of milk. So it doesn't really matter which way you put them in because we're gonna put it in the blender anyways. So we're gonna put 2/3 cup of flour, and again, if you're just joining us, this is cake and pastry flour. Now, I don't know if everybody knows, but when you're measuring flour, because it's airy, you're gonna put a little bit more than 2/3 of a cup in because it just allows, unless you're gonna pack it down to get the exact amount. So 2/3 cup of flour. Alrighty, so you're gonna add 2/3 cup of milk. And then we are going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So again, I always just do it in my hand, dump it in. And we're gonna add, it calls for 2 tablespoons of oil. I usually just put 1 in. And again, this is our famous olive oil from our friends who are from Greece, and it is right from their family farm. Alrighty, so that is all your ingredients. This will make 4 thick crepes, but we don't want them thick. I don't like them thick, but you might like them thick. Some people do, but we tend to make them a little bit thinner. So you're probably gonna get about 6 crepes out of this. So we're gonna go over to the blender, put it on there. Actually, I can put the blender here. We're gonna put this on. So this is a really, really high-speed blender. So, I mean, the longer you blend it, the better. So if you have, not as high of a speed of a blender, I would blend it for at least 5 minutes, if not longer. And then what we're supposed to do is technically, if you put it in the fridge overnight, it's ideal. It thickens it up a lot. And actually the nice thing about that is it's ready for the next day, so you don't have to prepare everything. Especially like a Christmas morning, you're busy in the morning opening presents, and then you just pull your batter out of the fridge and it's ready and it's thickened. Now, you can use it right away. Like I can cook it right now from this. It's just not gonna be as thick. Okay, we're gonna put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Alrighty, we're gonna take it out of the fridge, and then we are going to fry the crepes up now, and I'll show you some tricks there. Alrighty, so here at Greenaway, they have an induction oven, which I have at my home. I love it. I also have had gas stove before as well. Induction works the same. It's instant heat and instantly turns off. So if your stuff's boiling and going to bubble over, then you can instantly turn it off like you can with gas. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat up our pan and we're going to put butter in the bottom. The first one, obviously, you're going to put a little more butter. Yeah, you want your pan hot. That's the key. So we're going to melt the butter around. You can actually take a ladle if you wanted and measure exactly how much you want. I've been making these since I've been about 2 years old with my Nana. I used to sit up on a chair, help her when I was really, really little. And then as I got older, I would do them by myself. So for me, I'm used to it. But if you're not used to it, you might want to use a ladle. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pour the batter. That's actually a good thickness of it. A little bit. And then you let it get hot. And then you're going to just swirl it around. And the trick is you don't want to have too much in there in the pan. And as long as the pan is hot, it's great. I mean, technically, when you put the batter in, technically you only want to flip it once. So you want to cook the bottom. You watch like a pancake. You look, you know how it bubbles a pancake and you only want to flip it once. You look to see, and you can see that it gets dry up top. That you can tell, you can just tell once you do it enough times that the bottom's actually cooked and lightly browned. You don't want it too brown. And then once you flip it, that's the only time you're gonna flip it. Alrighty, so that should be good. So then all you're gonna do is you're gonna go like this and flip it. And you see how it's that light brown? That's perfect. And then yes, sometimes the edges will go up, but that's okay. So you're gonna take that and just put it on your plate. So what I typically do for the family, if you're doing this for a family or a few people, friends, I typically will make them and I'll make a stack of them. And then I just get a piece of tin foil and I cover them with a tin foil. And that way they keep warm. And then I'm gonna tell you something else after we finish a few more of these. So again, we're just gonna put a little bit of butter in the pan. Okay, and then you're gonna melt it. You see, once the pan's heated, then it goes a lot quicker. And then you're gonna take your batter, and again, you're gonna put a certain amount in. And then you're gonna go around. Okay, so we're gonna take this, swap it there. Alrighty, come on over here with me and we will dress these crepes. Just in case anybody wants to know what jam this is the Smucker's no sugar added raspberry jam. This is my favorite for crepes specifically. I also like it with peanut butter on toast. I make a homemade plum jam and those are incredible on crepes. I love plum jam. I put the jam on and then I'll put a little bit of sour cream. Basically take a little bit of jam, I would say an oversized teaspoon, put it on the crepe, and then you spread it around right to the edges. And then, if you do not like sour cream or you can't have sour cream, obviously use lactose free, or if you don't like it, you don't have to put sour cream on it. And then what you would do is you would just roll it up. But we like the sour cream, so I'll add that. That makes it really good. So put about a teaspoon, again, oversized teaspoon. And then we're gonna spread it out like this. So yummy. It's absolutely delicious. And no, I did not say they were healthy. I'll make another Meals with Marlene healthy. But this is so good. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to roll it like this. Now, typically we roll it, eat it right away. What you can do is I have a little pan, like a 8 or a 9 by 11 pan, that sometimes I'll make them like this and I'll roll a whole bunch of them and you put them in the oven, you cover them with tin foil and you keep it on like 200 just to keep them warm. If you wanna serve it, all at once and everyone just kind of takes it out of the dish family style, that's another way to do it. Another way my dad has done it is he's poured a little bit of brandy over top and you light a flame to it. And then when you light the flame to the brandy, obviously the whole fire goes. Maybe we should do that at some point. But it's pretty cool, especially as a kid. That was really neat to see. So there's basically the one crepe. And then what we're gonna do, I'll roll both of them. like this. That's how you roll it. Okay, so there's your two, usually like that. And to top it off, maple syrup. And that's delicious. Now I know some people, when I have served these who don't like sour cream, as I say, just have the jam. Some people just like maple syrup on them, and that's delicious too. Here we go, delicious crepes. Alrighty, so now we are going to take a bite of this. It is going to look like this, and it is yummy. You won't want to stop eating them. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Meals with Marlene. And if you want a recipe cooked in your kitchen, call me anytime, 905-926-5554. Have a great day.